Okay, here we have a question which is all about interfaces and different media, and we are looking at the speeds of light in each of those. Have a go, and then we'll see if our answers agree. Okay, so when you're looking at a question like this, it's all about thinking about the path of that light as it goes here. We've clearly got some refraction going on here, and we need to use that refraction to determine where the speed is high and where the speed is low. So I think the important thing to remember about refraction is that when we have refraction going towards the normal, so for in the case of when we go from air to glass, our light is slowing down. Okay. Now, what's the normal? Well, the normal is that imaginary line at right angles between the interface. And so in this case, you can see that quite clearly we've got a situation where V2 is less than V1. That means that that's because our light has slowed down. It has been bent towards the normal as it's moved from 1 to 2. And therefore, we can have a little look at our options, and we can see that option A states that V2 is greater than V1, and so therefore we have to get rid of it. Okay, we're just going to scan through the rest of them. We've got V1 less than V2 less than V1, V2 less than V1, and V2 less than V1. So that helps get rid of one of them. We're going to do a similar process for the next one. We're going to draw another normal line, and we can see quite clearly that because we've got refraction away from the normal, we've got speeding up. Now, the effect of that is that V2 must be less than V3. We've gone from a slow to a high speed, and therefore 2's speed is lower than 3's speed. Again, we're going to have a little look there to see if any of those match. Okay, we can see there again, option B tells us that V2 is greater than V3, so we've got rid of that one. So we've done that twice, and now the remaining interface is really the one between 1 and 3, and you're sort of wondering, what does that really mean? Well, if you look at the angles here, remember that our refraction works that we've got an angle of incidence here and then an angle of refraction. Angle of refraction becomes an angle of incidence, and then that becomes second angle of refraction. So if we would compare these two angles, the top and the bottom, you can actually see that this angle on the top is smaller than the angle on the bottom, meaning that the ray would be more deflected away from that normal path if it went from V1 straight to V3. And what that means is that the speed in V3 is greater than that of V1. So again, we get rid of that one, and we've got our answer there, which is D.